property. You'll have access 24/7 and we'll come get it when it's empty. Call All About Storage Container Rental today, 423-267-2129.
If you have ever thought about the benefits of long-term care insurance, but you're not quite sure you can afford it, or if it's even a good idea for your family, our next guest has some advice to share. Linda Ryan helps her clients at WealthWave prepare for their next steps every day, and this morning she joins us to help us out a little bit as well. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So long-term care, first of all, what does that look like? What does that mean?
Right. I think a lot of people want to put their heads in the sand or put their fingers in their ears when they hear just the expression long-term care, because a lot of people think of long-term care as a location, like a nursing home, and it could be. But today, long-term care really is more of an event. It happens when someone can no longer take care of themselves.
And it can be then getting that help that you need in your own home, correct?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's kind of your money. Am I right in this, that you buy a policy much like you would a life insurance policy or something, and then you have $200,000, and
Yes.
if life throws you a curveball, you can kind of dip into that money as you need, and the balance is then left for you to access later.
That's correct. When long-term care policies were first introduced in the 1970s, they were what we call standalone policies. In other words, you could only use the policy if you went into a nursing home. And of course, the obvious objection is, what if I don't need it? So just like automobile companies bring out new cars, new models every year, the insurance companies have adopted that same concept, and they bring out new models every once in a while, new policies. So today's policies can either be used in a nursing home or assisted care. They might be able to be used at home, or they might be what is called a linked benefit or a hybrid. So you either use the money for your death benefit or your long-term care.
Okay, so I'm guessing, as it is with many insurance policies, kind of the earlier you get it, the better your premium is going to be. So here I am in my mid-50s. Perhaps that's a good time for me to think about it.
You're exactly right. The sweet spot is 40s and 50s, because your age does help determine your premium. But also, by the time you're in your 60s or into your early 70s, you may have had a medical event that might prevent you from getting the long-term care. So the earlier the better. It's never too early to start looking into it.
So is it policy to policy what that acceptance, if you will, looks like?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Well, the different policies have different criteria for how they
Yes.
accept you to buy in?
That's exactly right. Some companies will allow you, even if you have, say, a medical condition like diabetes, and others will not. So those factors do enter in with different policies.
Okay.
And then some policies allow you to pay per month, and some offer what they call a 5 or a 10 pay. Some pay for life.
Okay, and if you decide to buy one, and
Yes.
you pay your premiums and then you don't end up needing it, you just never use the money, what happens to it then?
Most long-term care policies today offer the death benefit. So if you don't need it for any kind of long-term care, your beneficiary would receive the money.
Okay.
There's also an idea that has come out for long-term care policies that's called return of premium. So let's say you've been paying on a policy for 15 years and you realize, I don't want this anymore. You can get, if you purchase that type, you can get all of your premium back.
Wow, that's kind of a no-risk guarantee, if you will.
Exactly, correct.
So I know, Linda, you're not in Chattanooga. If people want to talk to you or learn more about how you can help them, is there a way they can access you from here?
Yes, I have a website. It's called thelindaryan.com. There they can find my company, WealthWave, and my cell phone. They can get in contact with me.
Well, thank you very much for your help this morning. It was a lovely conversation. You're very easy to talk to, and we thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks.
When it comes to your health, local matters. Count on Local 3 News for expert local advice to help you stay well, live better, and raise a healthy family. Watch Eye on Health with Latrice Curry, Thursdays at 5 on Local 3 News.
Presented by the YMCA.